Hello, Knights of the Roll Table, and thank you for listening. A quick announcement before I turn things over to Chris. For those of you who are in the San Diego area, we're going to be doing some live improv coming up on June 22nd. Actually, it's just me and Jeff Frank and Alex Burtness, who was in our flying train heist episode at the beginning of season 6 as Lyra's manservant. He had a name, but we know what he is. The three of us and potentially some friends will be performing in Chula Vista, California at the Onstage Playhouse on June 22nd at 7:30. And if you are local and interested, go to our Instagram at Rolled Table and we will post information about tickets. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Have a great summer. Remember, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and make life an adventure.
Last time on Knights of the Roll Table, in order to show they could be trusted before divulging information, an underground trader known as the Innkeeper sent the party to deliver a package to a group of demons and bring back another item. Upon delivering the package, the demon leader, Vorkodos the Breathtaker, says they have to kill a captive devil in combat before they let them leave. The devil proposes that they work together to kill the demon horde, and during the fight, Sarsa is knocked off the bridge, falling towards a pit of deadly lava.
Truscarin has to make a dex save as well. 17 will succeed, so he gets knocked off, but falls prone and takes some damage as well. Sees that you have fallen, reaches out his hand, and is going to try to grab you as a reaction. And fails. So he does not grab you with no. Okay. That's the legendary action. Sarsa is falling. Now Truscarin has an action. So he okay. He's going to leap off the bridge, unfurl his wings, swoops down, and grabs Sarsa in a swoop of flight and flies back up, kind of in a spin, cradling you against his massive chest. And he says,
Jarek who, man?
and flies up. And all of this, you're just kind of looking at each other. Like he's kind of checking on you and making sure you're okay. And the spirit guardians are all around you, just like bursting through demons, like almost like fireworks.
Just like below her breath, Sarsa just whispers, Daddy.
This is your devil daddy.
She's got her daddy Dark Harbor, and then she's got devil
and
daddy.
He's flying up with you, so he successfully saved you. All right, Tiburon, you're up. You have still a wave of demons.
I'm covered in them, so it's time to fight back.
I almost forget he had wings, so I was like, oh yeah, he can save you.
I had a really haphazard, potential use of gust of wind that I was
okay.
Like, maybe that would work.
It would have been like, Tiburon, you're up.
I'm going to go ahead and just roll the 3 attacks in a row.
All right, go for it.
Okay, we got an 8. We got a 7. All right, and a 21.
All right, so the first 2, you just take out one minion. Or, sorry, one demon. Sorry, I shouldn't call them minions. So you take out one. You take out another one with kind of another slashing attack with your glowing scimitar. You take out another one. And with the third attack, some of them are trying to rush in behind you. You kind of give a quick like head swivel, and you do this kind of thing where you it's that move where you kind of stretch out your leg and go low, and you just kind of cleave 8 of them at the same time with your at the knee. So they just all like and just kind of go through a bunch of them. It's a very cool maneuver. Branch sees it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, good job." So you take out 10 of them all together.
Is Branch the only one that sees it?
Hey everyone, look! Tiburon did a really cool thing.
This is all happening very quickly.
Thank you,
like
Branch.
Sarsa's being saved and Igneous is being, fighting stuff. So, and there's a bunch of smoke and ash like dispersing into the air, by the way. Yeah. As all of these things also, I forgot to mention, as all of them are bursting into flame and there's smoke and ash and everything, it's also making it very hard to see. So, from this point on, we're going to say this is considered difficult terrain. So any movement is going to be a little bit encumbered.
Good to know.
All right. That's your turn.
Yeah, I assume there's still plenty of them on the platform, right? So
although there are less of them now, but in your general area, there's about half of the number that there were. But there are more coming towards you.
Yeah.
Although they're just like they're a little bit slower because they can't see because a bunch of their homies just got like bursted. But you just hear kind of like see shadows through smoke and mist and like ash and like dust clouds and things like that. You feel more of them coming to you because you also smell them. They're pretty bad.
Got it. I'll stick around here.
All right. Holding your position. Sarsa, you are currently being held in the air aloft by Truscarin, the devil. He's do you want to do anything while you're up in the air?
So, can I cast a spell from my position in his arms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like me to do for you?
Well, wherever you take me, my little stingrays here are going to take anything out. But don't you worry, your pretty little head. I'll let you steer. But in the meantime, I got this. She's just going to look for a big, beefy, round patch where there's a bunch of the little baddie dudes and none of her compatriots.
Yeah, easy enough.
And she's going to call lightning.
Okay.
Which is again, that one is a 60-foot radius.
Yeah, not a problem. They're within range.
And that's going to be a dex save.
Okay. So we'll say this batch right here.
And I just want to be clear, she pretty much is looking at him and just points her hand over in the other direction, and you just see this big cloud of lightning form, and she's like, "This is
just
nice."
the side of your faces get illuminated as you're kind of making eye contact. All right. Yeah, that hits. Obviously them. So just roll a d20. I'll say with advantage. To see how many you take out.
You want my bonus or no, or
just roll? Yeah, roll a d20 with your attack modifier.
That's going to be a 20.
Okay, you take out 16 of more demons with lightning. It's one of those cool Raiders of the Lost Ark, chain, all of them just kind of and just more puffs of smoke burst into lightning and flame as you take out all these demons. So that batch, and you took out a bunch of them that were kind of in the same vicinity as the insect plague. So there's less of them in front of the front entrance of this cavern. Although there's still about like 20 or so, but you definitely took out more of them. Okay, good deal. The demons are not in the air, so we'll say like maybe you take out a few more that are just kind of on the peripheral of like head level, like as you're flying with Truscarin. A few of them like get taken out by some stingrays like on their head, like just a couple of headshots. So we'll take out a few more that way as well, just for effect. Branch, you're up.
All right. My insect plague is still up, so I don't know if that's still taking people out as they come in or not. But
oh yeah, so yeah, I mean, they can't go through it. They're not like dumb, but but we'll say just because is it able to move, or is it just like stationary in like that 20? Okay, so essentially you've kind of like blocked the entrance, so there's a bunch of them on the other side. A few of them have like kind of, like they try to attack, and they, because they're very squishy, they just kind of get like and you just see a little like, it's like a bug zapper. It's like except the bugs are the zapper in this case. So it's like how meta. So a few of them are being taken out. I mean, there's a lot of them. So yeah. But what else would you like to do?
Okay. So I'd like to find another area where there's a good concentration of folks.
Okay. Yeah. There's still a good number of them around you and Tiburon.
If I can find a 20-foot cube anywhere in there that doesn't have friends in it, cool.
Yep.
I will cast Erupting Earth, which is not a concentration. It's my only non-concentration spell.
Okay.
So they will have this again. Each creature in that area must make a Dexterity saving throw versus 18.
Okay. All right. Dex. Yeah. All these saves are just awful. That fails. So go ahead and roll a d20 with your attack modifier.
That would be a 19.
Oh, with advantage. Sorry, just in case. Yeah.
Okay, that's higher. That is a 23.
Okay, you take out 8 of them.
And then I guess I'll continue to try to hide behind Tiburon.
Okay. Successfully. It's easy to hide at this point because it's their visibility is lowered, so they're less likely to hit you, just because they can't see you.
I guess I could hide behind the fountain of churned earth and stone that just erupted out of... I'll hide behind that instead of Tiburon. That area is also difficult terrain, I believe, now. But it was already difficult terrain.
So it's extra difficult for them to reach you. That's actually a good point.
And then my insect plague is still up. That's it.
That's Branch. Vorkodos, the Breathtaker, is still fighting with Igneous, who he's very... Oh, no, he charged. So he's on the bridge. So... Okay, so he's going to continue to cross the bridge. He just charged, knocked off Sarsa, but is really mad because the flying devil went and picked her up. He thought he was gonna at least take out one of you, but now he's just gonna keep charging. And he saw part of this get started with this possum-looking dude, so he's going to run at Randall and aggressively make a multi-attack at you.
Uh-oh.
So first attack is a 20 to hit. That's a bite attack. You take 12 piercing damage.
Ouch.
He just kind of takes a bite out of your tail.
Ow!
It hurts. And he's going to make 2 great sword attacks. 25 and 13.
25 hits, 13 is my AC.
Okay, so both hit. You take... Oh, buddy. You take 27 points of slashing damage.
All right, no problem.
Okay,
No problem.
all right, yeah. You got a lot of hit points.
It's all Constitution for Randall.
Yeah, he's
all
strong.
Constitution.
Yeah. Okay. And okay, that's his attack. That's his attack
And
on
he's
you.
right up on me.
He's right up on
boy.
you.
Okay.
Baby. All right, we're at the top of the round. Get back into it. Randall, you are up.
Okay, boy. Okay, so he's right up next to me.
Yep. How you looking, Randall?
Oh, okay. About 50% better than
All right.
worse than not
Cool,
good.
cool. Yep. You are right next to the 3 times as big as you Vorkodos the Breathtaker.
And he's just like,
The breath taker. Okay, so he's up there and I'm gonna be like, hey buddy, hey, lean
what?
down this way. I got something to share with you.
You almost smell as bad as my fellow
He
demons.
says, come down, bring down here. Come on down.
What is
He
it?
says, oh, my smell isn't the only thing. You know, all these demons, they smell me, and they're gonna be my liege pretty soon. In fact, I'm so super smelly, they're all gonna obey me. I'm so smelly, I can make demons and gods cry.
What are you doing?
I'm casting dissonant whispers on you.
Okay.
I don't appreciate your words. It's making me angry.
And that is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, he rolled a 19 minus 1, so 18.
18. He passes.
Well, you hurt his feelings. He didn't get physically hurt, but he's definitely like,
That is not a nice thing to say.
Okay, also, you suck.
That is definitely not nice. I don't know surface customs, but I know that is mean words to say. Little rat man.
Get him, Tiburon.
all right. He's on the other side of
dang
the
it.
platform. All right. You pissed him off.
Good.
Good job. Anything else?
Bonus action, I will play a couple things, and I'm going to give some inspiration to Sarsa. Bardic inspiration.
All right.
Yeah. Is that D6?
Yes, D6 for me.
D6. Only a D6?
wait, hold
I
on.
thought you were
Oh,
a
D8.
or something.
Yeah,
That's
D8.
D great.
D8 is D
great.
great, baby.
All right. Demons are attacking. There are not as many of them as before, but there are still a lot of them in the grand scheme of things. All right. First wave of demons attack just Tiburon, but not Branch because they can't see you. 13 and 15. I think that both misses, right?
Both misses.
Okay, so they're just having trouble now. Like all of the dust and ash and soot is getting in their eyes. They're very frustrated.
I'm too hasted.
Yeah. All right. Next wave is going to attack Igneous. The bunch of them, pile towards you at the other end of the bridge. 16, 18, and 13.
Sorry, demons. Dodge, dodge,
So
dodge.
They also fail. And then a few more are going to leap up. They can't really attack the insect plague, right? That's just kind of like a thing. It's like a wall, essentially. If they attack the insect plague, does it go?
It is there until my concentration drops, or until
All right.
I think it's 10 minutes. 10 minutes has passed.
Okay. All right. So that's a lot. Okay. Some of them are going to leap on top of each other and try to. They're basically just it's like World War Z zombies. They're just kind of like, they're leaping on top of each other and trying to reach the flying Truscarin and Sarsa in the air. Ooh, and natural 20. Some of them are like really desperate. They definitely hit you, 24. Mostly it's at Truscarin because they can't reach Sarsa, but let's see. They attack him. It's a crit. They're going to hurt him. 19. Okay. So that's not good for him, and it's not good for you, Sarsa. Because as soon as they do that, they attack his wings, and you start to fall. Now, as they jumped towards you, because of your stingrays, you take out 7 more of them, but you are now with Truscarin the Devil falling towards the surface. So we'll resolve that in a second. But those are the demon attacks. Igneous, you're up. Tiburon, you're on deck.
Well, I can't fly into...
You have a whole bunch of demons around you.
This is very well. I still have... The big guy ran away from me, right?
Yeah, he's on the other side of the bridge attacking Randall. And there's about 30 or so demons between you.
It seems like a good opportunity for maybe a little burning hands situation.
Okay, all right.
Which I have I think as my Phoenix-born ability. So I just spread out my fingers and like beams of fire shoot out, and everybody in that like wedge is going to take 3d6, which should be pretty effective, as I understand.
Okay.
It. So it's a dex save, but it's half damage for a success. So if they're low dex, that still might burn them up. What do you want me to do?
I'll roll to the save. You got a 12, so it probably fails. So roll an attack with advantage, and let me know what the number is, and that'll determine how many you take out.
Not great. My advantage, I rolled a 2 and a 4, but that's before modifier, so I think that's a 12 and a 14. That's for attacking, but
okay. So you still take out 3 of them. 3 more demons burst into flame.
So, I mean, if I attacked, I could have done 2 attacks and bonus attacks and all of that, but I think that pretty much burns up my like double attack move. So that ended up being, I could have just punched 3. That didn't work out as well as he wanted, but I think that's about done. He'll kind of work his way through the burning demons towards the big guy again.
All right, Truscarin is in free fall holding Sarsa, and I'm just going to have him make a... he's basically just going to try to, like... I'm sorry, my wings have really hurt. We're gonna crash. And he's going to just take... basically just rolling a dex to see if he can kind of shield your impact. He's gonna take 15 bludgeoning damage. He's looking kind of rough, but still holding on. You guys kind of like tumble roll. He takes a big hit, and he kind of lets you go on impact. So Sarsa, you go kind of tumbling a little bit outside of his arms. He's knocked prone, and can you make a dex save as well?
10. All
right. You are also knocked prone, so you're basically just on your back.
You already said knocked prone. Can I add my bardic inspiration to that, or that has to be an attack roll?
Oh yeah, you can add your bardic inspiration.
That's a D8, right? It'll be a 13.
Okay, so you managed to kind of right yourself. We'll say you kind of like a low crouching pose. You roll out into that. But yeah, he's knocked prone, a little bit damaged on his wings, with demons approaching. So that's Truscarin. Tiburon is next with Sarsa. You're on
18
deck.
on my con save for that, FYI.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Good to know.
So I still
Okay,
got
so-
my...
Yep. And then because of that, we'll resolve. We'll do some more. We'll do some more stingrays on your turn. So Tiburon, you're up, and then Sarsa, you're on deck. Followed by Branch.
What would be the distance between me on the platform and where the breath taker is located?
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's kind of behind you. So, like, on the image that I have, like, you're on sort of the lower right.
Mhm.
And I'm imagining that Randall and the breath taker, Vorgodos, are on sort of the upper left. So, you could make it to him within your movement.
Oh, I'm not looking to necessarily move toward him. I'm looking at an estimate of distance in case I wanted to toss a chromatic orb his way.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's... let's say 40 feet.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great. Then I'll take one attack to try and clear demons from around me. You know, just kind of swipe at them to give myself a little room.
Yep, make an attack.
Okay, that's 16.
Okay, 16. You'll take out 4 of them.
Excellent.
4 more demons get obliterated
And
into flame.
As I do that, I turn around, I hone in on the breath taker, and I go ahead and prepare a chromatic orb. Let's say ice damage. Let's say frost damage.
Okay.
And I toss it his way. Let's see. It's gonna be.
He has to make a save, right?
I believe it's a spell attack.
Oh, it's a spell attack. Okay.
Yes. So that is 22.
That'll hit.
Fantastic. So 3d8. That's going to be 12 frost damage.
All right. He takes some. He gets hit in the back, like a bunch of ice being poured down your back of your shirt. He's like, oh, because he's like kind of, rounding on Randall after the Randall. He's the barbs just happened. The kind of insult, but it kind of like fizzles off of his back muscles, not doing as much damage as you think. It's more like there's some instant evaporation. It did some damage, frostbite, but not as much as you think. So he takes half damage.
Got it.
Seems to be resistant to magical effects, or at least not immune, but resistant.
Right. Yeah.
As you've noticed. Okay.
Noted.
As a practitioner of the arcane, you noticed that. Okay. That's your turn.
I believe I have one more attack left because I have haste, so I'll just use that swiping at some more demons.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
That will be 17.
Okay, you take out 5 more. Okay. Your batch is looking pretty thin. Can't tell exactly how many there are left because it's very smoky and ashy and cloudy, but there's definitely less grunting and movement over in that area.
Cool.
All right. Sarsa, you're up, followed by Branch.
All right, so what am I, because we kind of had a lot happen. We're down on the ground.
Yes. You're not on the platform. You guys flew and crash landed on the other side of the platform on the regular area on the image. It's sort of like on the bottom there. You landed on the ground.
Big Daddy Devil is still prone.
He's prone, and there are a bunch of demons running towards you. So the first thing we'll resolve is go ahead and just give me a d20 roll with your attack modifier.
15.
All right, you take out four more demons as they charge towards you, not really learning their lesson, but they get taken out by the stingrays. All right, what would you like to do?
So from where we're at, I'm assuming there's another big chunk of demon baddies that do not have my friends in the midst of them.
Yeah, the only person that's on your side is Igneous. Randall, Tiburon, and Branch are on the platform still. And Truscarin is on the ground near you. And then there's a big insect sphere, which you now see, insect plague, that's near the entrance of where you need to get out.
Well,
which you assume is probably created by one of your allies.
I want to hit, again, another 60-foot radius of nasties and boop.
Lightning?
Yep. All
right. Go ahead and give me an attack with advantage.
Ooh. 26.
You take out 16 more demons.
Luis.
Just lighting up like a Christmas tree. Just a chain of demons light up and obliterate into smoke. Almost half of the remaining demons on not the platform, but on that side, just clear out. There's almost no demons in front of where the entrance are. You don't know because of the insects. There might be more on the other side, but the ones that are on the level ground, that's not the platform, there's only a few left.
Yeah.
All right. Nicely done. Anything else on your turn?
I'd like to use my movement to move myself and my stingrays into any other, if there's any, like, in proximity.
Yeah, you can walk towards Igneous if you want. There's still a few fighting him.
I will go towards Igneous then.
Okay. All right, you kind of making your way towards him. And we'll say... Go ahead and... I am running out of demons. That's okay. All right. Okay. You take out 4 more. And all right. Branch,
cool.
You're up.
Vorgados is down, yeah?
Oh. Nope, not yet. He is fighting. He's looking very weak, but he is still up and fighting Randall. He's fighting Randall.
And Randall's also on the central platform with me, right? So he's close?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's within about 30, 40 feet.
Oh, I'm past... Well, we're still in rough terrain, yeah. I was going to say, because I'm no longer poisoned, because the 2 rounds passed. Mm-hmm. Am I still frightened? Okay, so I can't get near him anyway.
So you can't get close to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
Well, I will... Okay, so actually, here's... make a wisdom saving throw to see if you are still frightened.
It's a 24.
You are no longer frightened.
I have a plus 10 saving throw for wisdom, so it was really annoying that I didn't pass the first time. I just rolled really badly.
Like, oh, this guy's is just a big old goat, looking guy.
Hey, I have friends who are goats. Okay, so he's there.
He's not that scary to you anymore.
So I'll leave the insect plague up. I figure we might as well clear out this room before we try to deal with any other demons. Or they could be stupid enough to continue to run into the wall of insects. I will use my bonus action to... I was going to say turn into... Oh, yeah, why not? I'll turn into a giant scorpion.
Fair. Okay.
And if I can... he has a speed of 40 feet. If I can reach Vorgados, I will. Otherwise, I will attack demons. I will get as close as I can and then attack demons if I can't attack him.
You can definitely attack demons. You can, 40 feet. You can definitely reach.
Okay, we're gonna do that then. I'm gonna go. I feel like everyone's got a handle on the minions at this point, and so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna attack him a bunch. So
he's about to slam down on Randall, who's you guess has said something very annoying to him, and he just got hit in the back with some ice, and he's just like really mad, and he's about to just take it all out on Randall. You approach as a scorpion, and then give me some.
I use my telepathy, and
attacks.
I'm like, stop hurting my friends.
What is this giant bug?
Alright, so we've got multi-attack. I get 3 attacks, 2 claws, and 1 sting. I'll go with the claws first. Sorry, my stuff's in my way. Okay, one of those is likely to hit, and the other one is very unlikely to hit. That would be a 17 and a 12. Nope, and a 9.
Ooh. Both
Okay, cool.
miss.
And then I will use my stinger for my last one. Whoa. That's much better. That is a dirty 20. Cool.
That'll hit.
10. Cool. That is 9 piercing damage. And he should make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Well, he would do that, except I need you to describe
Branch, as a giant scorpion, rushes forward, and he tries to claw at Vorgodas, but he ducks. So he tries to get him with the other claw, but he ducks. And then I take my
you stupid bug!
I take my stinger.
You can't destroy Vorgodas.
Take my stinger and it just goes wham right into the chest, and inject him with a bunch of the poison that he didn't even have to take, and he just falls.
Yeah. You just kind of stand there. He kind of crumples a little bit, and then black ichor just kind of starts pouring out of his mouth and through his eyeballs, and he's just like,
You're not even that funny.
and he just kind of crumples into the ground. And as demons do, this one does not burst into flame. He is a larger dude, but the Breathtaker just forms a puddle of black, oozy ichor and or ichor. I don't know how you want to say it. I've heard it both ways. And starts seeping into the ground of this platform. And Vorkodos, the Breathtaker, has been destroyed.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Later.
All right. With that, the demons see this. This is the top of the round. It's Randall's turn, but the demons see this, and they're gonna start to run. They will run away from all of you. You hear some of them, Igneous, speaking in Abyssal, like, "Let's get out of here! Vorkodos is gone. I want his posters in his room." And they run away. There's a giant greatsword that is also clang, 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 clang. They kind of landed. It's a gnarled, nasty greatsword. It's way bigger than any of you, but I don't know if anybody
Well, at
wants
the
to
moment, it's not. Pick it up with my giant scorpion claw. I'm not going to do
Sure.
that.
Okay.
But I could.
All of the demons are kind of starting to run away.
Where are they running away to?
Well, so I mean, there is a big main entrance, but there's also a bunch of little holes. There's a bunch of little creature holes, all around the area. So it's kind of a porous cavern, and they just kind of they just kind of scurry into these little areas and are scrambling to get away. Once their master's gone, they're just and they're kind of scrambling. Some of them are kind of cowering a little bit, like they're waiting, or they can't quite get to a escape hole, and they're just kind of looking around like, where do I go? And they don't want to go through the insects. A few of them try, and they just get they just kind of burst into smoke. Some of them just jump into the lava. They're like, and just burst into flame. So within a couple of seconds, the room is relatively clear. There's one that's just trying to casually like play it off like he wasn't paying attention. He's kind of like, just like on the side, like hoping.
He's sitting up in the stands going, "Yeah, that was really good."
Good job, you guys are great. I was always on your side, yay! But it was all in Infernal, or Abyssal. So you've completed you've cleared out the demon nest. Good job.
Randall would like to go over to that big giant sword, and he's gonna cast Reduce Enlarge, and he's gonna reduce its size, and then he's gonna hand it over to Tiburon. Like, hey, Tiburon, try this.
Ooh.
It's one size smaller.
Tiburon takes it, gives it a lick.
It tastes awful.
I forgot about the liquor.
You take 1 point of
gross
nasty
damage.
Nasty damage.
Nasty damage.
Salmonella damage. Or whatever.
Not doing that
Tetanus
again.
damage.
No.
Half your hit points go away. No, it's a pretty big, unruly. Like it does not have a smooth surface on it. It's like a big chunk of twisted metal from a like airplane wreck, kind of thing. That's just all like unwieldy. And this, I mean, you could take it. It would just be really hard to, like, you wouldn't be able to sheath it. It's just a large, thing of metal.
Well,
So
maybe we could get some money out of it, so I'll cart it around for now.
all right.
Okay,
all right.
just be aware, it will return to full size in about a minute.
Well, in that case, and Tiburon throws it into the lava.
He puts it in his
You
pants.
just
and he's
toss
like,
it over, and and then as you do that, one of the demons is like, "No, I wanted that."
All right, that's one more
That
for me
demon's
on my
coming back.
tally.
He's going to be the BBEG in the movie.
Yeah. You threw the sword away. Now it's big.
Ethan's Return, Knights of the Roll Table, the movie. Ethan the Demon.
I don't know how well we'd be able to see this, but does it appear that the demons on the other side of the insect plague have also buggered off?
Do you disperse the insect plague?
I'm going to if it looks like they're gone. Otherwise, I don't know.
Make a perception
You got it,
check
dude.
to see how well you can see through your own insect plague.
That is a natural 20 plus 5.
Oh, I'll say through the connection with nature and the thrumming of just insects everywhere, but you kind of make a connection after just having the adrenaline high of like, oh, and are you still Scorpion? So you kind of have like this, like, tell me what is, like, what do you see? On the other side, there's 3 dudes, like there's 3 demons that are like, and they're like talking to each other like, okay, we need you. Okay, you go through first, and then I will go, and then Steve will go. No, I want to go first, and then you will go, and then Steve will go. Oh, I don't want to go at all. They're just all like, but you can't understand any of it. They're just like,
I will drop
Hoit, toy, toy, toy.
No, that's just the devil.
Oh, sorry.
That's just
Big
infernal.
difference between abyssal and infernal. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
abyssal is Russian.
ridiculous.
It's a big difference.
Branch will drop. I will drop concentration on insect plague after I get like right up as close as I can to it, still as a giant scorpion,
Okay.
and then I'll drop concentration and see what they do.
All right, they're just so you drop insect plague. The insects kind of like
Thank you, friends.
disperse, and you see these 3 demons, and they're just like ready to join the fight. They're like, why can't we get in there? And then they kind of stop and they look at you and they look past you and they're like, and they kind of whisper to each other and they just slowly start backing up.
They don't jump in the lava too.
They don't jump in the lava. Well, they're going back to kind of towards the initial entrance that you came in. Slowly, after about 20, do you let them go away? All right. After about like 10 paces, they just turn and...
I'm not cruel.
They turn around and run.
Cool. We should telepathy, right? We should probably find the thing that we are supposed to be here for. Also, thank you, devil.
Troskarin stands up. He's hurt. His wing is badly damaged.
Sarsa will kind of pop over and place a little hand on his wing and cast healing word.
As he says, as you hear, and then he says, "Oh, thank you. Your touch means a lot. Sorry for not being able to land more gracefully, but as promised," and he starts speaking in common, I will, let's get out of here, and then we will discuss my debt to you. Thank you, all of you, for freeing me. I was a goner for sure, but with your combined efforts, we were able to destroy him. And all of his stupid demons.
It was actually kind of fun, right?
Yes, it was. You are formidable fighters. I don't know if I got your name.
Well, I'm Sarsa. And I'll let
Sarsa.
Right. Demisalt. And this is Tiburon, and this is Branch, and...
He's just looking at you.
Don't give names to the devil.
Give them fake names.
So what do you... What you doing after this? Darcy, you can tell that she's kind of a little uncomfortable with the level, like the intensity that this flirting has now taken.
Igneous, you want to go to the foyer now or what?
He looks at you and he's like, yes, you said you were looking for this, some sort of a item or package or something like that. It's probably in the treasure hoard.
All right, love me a good treasure hoard. All right.
So you head over to what is pretty it's basically like a little separate alcove carved into the wall of the rock, and there's a good number of like piles of various not so much gold, but like different, like it's an interesting assortment of treasure. You find some gold, like you'll say like about like 200 gold, but mostly it's kind of like pieces of things. There's some like pewter and silver dishes and chafing dishes and stuff like that, and there's like an old helmet, and there's like a wooden table, that's kind of ornately carved. It's like all this kind of interesting. It's like a restoration hardware, rummage sale kind of thing. Like it's a few little gems and things like that. You can say you got like 5 gems and 200 gold. And then on one of the tables that's there is this pearlescent orb that is kind of just perfectly round with a flat surface, and it's just kind of sitting there. It's just like, it's almost like a shiny, pearlescent white sphere with a kind of a flat bottom.
Randall's gonna go over to it, and he's gonna slowly head towards it, and he's gonna grab the table, and he's gonna pull it up over, and he's gonna say, "Guys, look at this cool table I found." He's gonna put it in his big bag of trash and go through like the broken pieces of pewter and like metal and be like, "This looks good too. All kinds of treasure here."
Can Sarsa do like a once over on the room specifically to see if like her little cleric eyeballs are tingling and seeing anything that she thinks might aid in the removal of her werewolf curse from the amulet?
Oh.
Anything that looks like it might have.
Do you have like, are you using like detect magic, or you just want to kind of?
I don't really have.
I'll say
it, like,
you can use Arcana if you want to.
Yeah. I don't have anything like, I don't have like a spell or anything like that, but just her like cleric instincts. So,
okay.
yeah.
I'll say you can use make an Arcana check or perception.
That'll be a 15 for Arcana. Perception would be 25.
Okay.
I'll let you decide what's...
Looking around, using what you know, knowing, that you got this curse from this pendant. And remind me, Sarsa, are you able to take off the pendant? Like, or is it like it's kind of permanently affixed?
She's essentially like, it's like beefier than a curse because remove curse has not worked on it.
If she takes it out, it hurts her, and that usually triggers a transformation.
Yeah. Okay. You're looking around. Everything looks kind of, kitschy and aside from some of the treasure and, but you do definitely notice this pearl, and you sense almost like a divine sense, a divine aura coming from this pearlescent sphere that's about like 6 inches in diameter.
This is kind of a beefy thing, and I hate to like put it on you right as I think we're probably close to like wrapping up. But I have commune, which is basically I can contact my deity, and I can ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. And so she would basically in this moment like drop to her knees in front of the pearl and say, "Goddess Saloon, if you can hear me, can you tell me if this is maybe something that could help me get rid of this terrible curse? I don't want to hurt anybody, especially people that I love. Is this something that could help me?"
Okay. So you take a minute. Are you like praying or just kind of like...
I like praying, yeah.
Randall's in there, but like as he's like, "Oh, guys, look at this," and it kind of just like the whole room sort of mutes for you, and it goes into a negative, kind of like everything that's bright goes black, and things that are dark go light. It's sort of, it's like, if you ever played the Spider-Man game and like the Mr. Negative,
colors,
yeah, it's like inverse. Except for the sphere, which continues to glow, and you're not really getting the sense if it's that or if it's just kind of in your mind's eye, like you're kind of just projecting like this thing, but from kind of everywhere you're making a connection with Saloon, and you hear in your head and in your head, but also sort of from everywhere. You hear, "This is not the item that will remove your curse, but it is very powerful."
Sarsa just nods her head and quietly stands up and wipes a tear from her eye.
You have 2 more questions though.
That's it. That was the only one I had.
Oh, okay. All right. After a minute, it kind of fades back to normal color, and you kind of start hearing Randall kind of come back
like this and then. Wow, this is really man. This will fit right in there. That's a great one, man. This is the best treasure hoard we've ever found, guys. This is awesome.
Sarsa just says, we should take the sphere.
Truscarin starts to look in, and he sees the sphere, and he kind of backs up. He's like, it's painfully bright, and it's I don't want to. He kind of just turns around and walks away. Like he seems kind of affected by that.
Hashtag not all devils.
Yeah.
Sarsa's just gonna reach over and see if she can grab it and put it in her pack.
Okay.
Sarsa, could you taste the orb and let me know if it tastes good or bad? I can't do another thing like with that sword.
We're not tasting the orb. Can't you tell there's divinity in this?
All right.
Sarsa's like more prickly than usual. Just FYI.
All right, Tiburon backs up.
Sarsa, you grab the orb
and put it in my bag.
Put it in your bag. Yeah, and you just put it in your bag.
Right. Okay, we're done. Let's go home.
All right. You go up to where the ladder was that you came down from the crystal room. And it's interesting because you start climbing up the ladder and you go up and you go into like this trapdoor where you think the crystal room should be. And as soon as you go through that door, you're on the surface. It's just what, you're kind of like lifting up, and there's this little patch of grass like on like a little like wooden trap platform, and it's like, wait a minute, what happened to the other levels and like the other things? It's like a weird thing that just happened. You kind of just pass through, and now you're climbing out through the surface.
Could have sworn there were more rooms. What happened to the mirrors and all those crystals?
You get the sense that going in, there was a lot of little pocket dimensions, but then coming out, it's actually pretty simple. It's just part of the trickery and chaos of these demons. As you all exit, is everyone exiting to the surface?
Yes.
All right. As you exit, Truscarin is standing next to you. He's kind of, rubbing his side a little bit. And he's hurt, but he's definitely better. And he says, "Well, as promised, I owe you a great debt for freeing me. So, I will come to your aid and grant you a favor for helping me escape. All you need to do," and he kind of takes off. There's sort of a clamp that's on his horn, and he removes that. It's this kind of like barbed sort of clamp, and he kind of hands it out to Sarsa or anyone that will take it.
I'll take it.
Do one of you take it? Okay. So Sarsa grabs this iron clasp, the iron clasp of Truscarin, and he says, "All you need to do, if you want to call for my help at any time, from anywhere, I will come to the surface, and I will grant you a blessing." And I won't tell you what that is, but I will send it to Zach, who I'm assuming will probably be the one that to call this in. But one of four things will happen when you call for him. And he lets you know, he says, "All you need to do is call my name, Truscarin. Put your hands up in the shape of a horn on one side, and the shape of a horn curved on the other side. and put them above your head. And he kind of does this.
Wow. Wow. I hate it.
A horn on one side and a horn on the other side. And that's what it does.
Does that effect happen too?
You know,
okay.
we have to try. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
And he's basically for everyone that's listening, he's making a heart, thing with his hands, but to him it's like, oh, it's these big horns that are curving in on each other that kind of represents his horn shape. But he's like, you're like, why is he making a heart? Little heart type of thing. So he says, thank you, I owe you my life. And he looks at Sarsa and he says, in Infernal, he says, call me anytime. But what the rest of you hear is, and he just, you see this purple flame, and he disappears.
Spell his name for me. It's
Truskarynn.
So close.
Truskarynn.
Are you putting him-
Truskarynn.
Of the third plane.
Truskarynn the Mighty is his full name, but you just say Truskarynn. Purple flame. All right. For the sake of time, what we're gonna say is that you overland travel. You take a rest. You can take a full rest if you want, unless you just want to book it back without resting. But you take some time to rest. A long rest you can credit yourself. Is everyone okay with that?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Since you kind of went in the evening, it's now the daylight, so the sun is coming up. And we'll say that you make camp there, and then you make it back to the... Oh, God, what's the name of the thing there? The name of the inn, the Fiend's Folly. You make it back to the Fiend's Folly in Elderlock. After a nice rest, after you've healed up. Oh, and by the way, just to remind you, Sarsa, you had this big bouffant curly hair this whole time, which was hiding your horns. So that's what you're like remembering, like, yes, and you're like, ah, crap. Just like he this is how he thinks I look. Oh man.
Sarsa's not that self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
To be honest,
he was into it.
I think she cool. Some of the flirtation was a little muscle memory, and I think she's I'm having complicated feelings about this now.
It's all these demons and tieflings and everything. All right. So you make it back to the Fiend's Folly. You see the innkeeper, who is just starting his day. Yeah, you kind of make it back mid-morning. He's just opening up for the early lunch rush, and he sees you and he says, "Oh, let's go in the back, in the office. I'm glad you've returned. Hopefully successful in your endeavor."
Well, we're here, so that's one, and we got a thing.
You have something for me.
Check out this table. One of the legs fell off, and it's got 3, but it still stands up.
Let's go in. Let's go in the office.
Our dumb friend.
You go in the office, and all of you kind of come in. It's big enough to fit everybody, and he goes and closes the door. As soon as he does that, the entire office turns black, and you still see each other. You are in a blank void space, and everything kind of just, kind of gets silent, and you turn around and you see this old, gnome, the innkeeper, and he turns around and said, "I honestly thought you weren't going to be able to do it." But you did. I'm quite impressed. I thought we would have a bit of silence while we conduct our final business, so no one can hear the information that I'm going to provide you with. But a deal's a deal. First, I need you to give me the package from the demons.
Sarsa kind of eyes him suspiciously. Do you think we're going to need a little bit more context about what exactly it is that we're given to you and what your intentions are for it?
Oh, that? It's, What I can tell you is the orb is a relic of quite renown in the arcane item community. It's almost a rare collectible, you could say.
That's all rather vague. I think we're going to need some specifics here.
Oh, hold on a sec. And Randall's going to touch it and cast Identify.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Randall, you touch Identify. You take a minute to kind of you hear in your head almost like a power chord. This is I'm imagining that you're like, you're just trying to hear like some cool rock music, and from that you hear the voice of a sultry Eddie Van Halen.
Excellent.
Who's like, "Hey Randall, this is your. I'm speaking to you from the other side, man. But listen, this is the Tears of Mystra. It's a magical artifact, legendary, in fact. And what this is a powerful item from Mystra, who's the goddess of magic and arcana. And this is an item that once attuned, you can have this adorned on your person. If it's with you, it gives you a extra arcane attack, and it increases your magic. A magic user can have an extra arcane attack, and it also increases your spell damage by 2 points. Yeah, he kind of says that in a way that's less like technical, but it's the Tears of Mystra.
Cool.
So he kind of says this to you, and he's like, "Peace out, brother." And
keep on rocking.
And then so kind of reality shifts back to you. The innkeeper looks at you and says, see, you've probably found out a little bit more about this item. Rest assured, I am not the one that's using this. It's going to someone else who's also paying me to, procure this. So everything is moving. It's in and out. There's a lot of movement. What's all the...
Oh, sorry, that's my fault.
Now, if I could have that, please.
Question for you.
Yes.
I know you do not like to talk about your clients, but would this happen to be a elite?
Yes, one of the elites. Well, yes, I suppose I could tell you. Yes, it is one of the elites that's asking for this.
I'm going to use my telepathy to talk to to our party and just to be like, we should not give this to him. If it is we're just going to have to fight it.
You hear in your head, you are going to give it to me because it belongs to me.
Get out of my head. Branch does not like it.
Igneous, I need you to make a intelligence intelligence saving throw.
Iggy's pretty bright.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. All my characters super high intelligence. That's gonna be -1, so 16.
The voice in your head that you hear seems oddly familiar.
All right.
With the 16, that's all I'm going to give you. Almost as if you've resisted this being's effect previously. In the past.
Do I have a sense that I'm resisting now, or just that like this person's tried to cast something on me before?
He or it they're not trying to press anything, but this effect of the room and the mental kind of charisma and sway that they're trying to project seems very like, where have I been, like, you know, projected in a different sort of mental kind of imagery of, you know, mind games and that kind of thing. Seems familiar. This whole thing of like, we're somewhere, then we're not somewhere. Like, I don't even know if this room is real.
Hey, have I met you before?
And the innkeeper looks at you and he says, well, I suppose you have, although I didn't look like this. You might recognize me in different forms, but yes, you have. And I recognize you too, Igneous of the Fire Realm.
Right. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Okay. You punch forward and his visage just disappears. Like you and then behind you all, at about 10 feet away, kind of Loki style, you turn around. You turn around and you see this small, bald halfling wearing some fine robes. And Igneous, you recognize this as the industrial halfling that is the CEO of Heaven Sent, which you overturned, Sozeb the Industrious. And he looks at you and says, are y'all ready to make a deal?
Okay, yeah, now I get it. Yeah, that made sense. I had a strong sense I wanted to punch you. All right, so.
And that's where we're going to stop tonight's session.